Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sports Trigger. Today we're making our Super Bowl picks. Travis, you ready to make your picks?
Football, football, football.
Welcome back to the Sports Trigger, everyone. Travis, let's make our Super Bowl picks. I know it's completely too early for this, but we've seen a few games, so I think that gives us a little more information to go on. Maybe it will help us out in being correct instead of making the way too early picks after last season ended. So I'm going to go ahead and let you get started here. Who do you have making it to the Super Bowl?
I am riding the hype train right now. I had faith in them before the season, but after seeing how Kareem Hunt has been doing and Hill has been doing, and yes, they lost Barry, which is a big loss on their defense, but I'm going with the Chiefs from the AFC, and then I am reluctantly going with the Falcons from the NFC. Just based off of no other team from the NFC has been impressive, really, or I should say consistent from what I've seen, at least on an offensive standpoint. Who do you have?
All right, here we go. I am going to go.
Do not say Eagles.
No, not the Eagles. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Okay, fair enough.
I think they're going to stay healthy. They're better. They're used to winning now a little bit. You know, they at least have one winning season under their belt. They've looked pretty darn good so far. Marshawn Lynch has looked good so far. I think that's key. Most people are
Skittles action.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good, and I didn't expect a lot out of him at all. So he's rested up. He's ready to go. And then on the other side, I hate to say this. I absolutely hate to say this. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow. Are you sure you want to go with the Cowboys? You still have time to change your mind.
As long, barring Elliott's suspension. Okay. So
wow.
Or like a Dak Prescott injury. So if Elliott got suspended, no, they'd still make the playoffs. So yeah, unless he got suspended for the playoffs somehow. This is the Cowboys' year to break that streak. And mainly for the reasons that you said, there hasn't really been a hugely impressive team so far out there. Outside, I mean, the Falcons have looked pretty good. Heck, the Rams have looked better this year already under McVay. Seahawks look not that impressive, really. Like, I mean, their defense but they still Saints haven't looked that good. Packers haven't. Packers are the other team that I was grappling with, but I just don't think the Packers have enough talent.
Vikings losing Bradford essentially for the year, possibly, at least many games. Yeah. After that great opening game, granted it was the Saints defense, but what a great opening game for them.
You could not have asked for a better opener, I don't think, for the Vikings. And it got me hyped up about Minnesota. And it was to the point like, well, shoot, I leave Minnesota. Their basketball team's going to be good this next year. Their baseball team's going to make the playoffs. And then their football team looks awesome. Like,
you should be getting paid.
I removed the curse. Whatever curse there was, whatever existed, it's gone. But no. Then Bradford gets hurt. So yeah, with all those teams, like right now, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because to be honest, like Prescott still looked pretty good. Who'd they just get beat by?
Denver, pretty handily. It's at Denver though.
So they don't have to worry about Denver, obviously, over in the NFC. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, man. I hate to say I think the Falcons. The Falcons are. I go back and forth because it's tough to go against the Falcons. They look strong once again, but yeah, I'm going Dallas.
It's tough because it's one thing to say that they're going to make the Super Bowl, but that they're going to actually win a playoff game is what I'm trying to wrap my head around. That's the first thing that comes to my head. Forget the Super Bowl thing. They definitely have a talented team. There's no doubt about that. I believe their offense is very talented. You know, Dez really hasn't been doing much so far this year, which is kind of surprising. But I can't I can't totally disagree. I definitely disagree with your pick. I can't totally disagree for the point that I made that nobody's been overly impressive on NFC side. I want to throw one team out there, the Lions. I think they could be sneaky. I think people overestimate what, or I should say undervalue what Stafford can do, what their offense can do. Really, it's dependent on their run game.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And obviously their defense has been pretty porous the past couple of years. They made the playoffs last year. I think they could be a sneaky team that could end up, I'm not going to say making the Super Bowl, but they could make the NFC Championship. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to say they could make the Super Bowl. That would be,
depending on
that
matchups, right? I mean,
yeah, depending on matchup. That's a huge thing.
To be honest, I think what's going to end up happening is Atlanta's probably going to end up with the best record again. So whoever wants to
Home field advantage.
Whoever wants to get to the Super Bowl, it's probably going to have to go through Atlanta. And the only reason why I give Dallas a chance is because they can run the ball. And their quarterback doesn't turn the ball over a lot, for the most part. And their defense has been decent. Now, before the season began, I thought their defense could slump off. And that's the only thing that kind of scares me there is their defense, if it slumps off at all, they're probably not going to win. Because they're not, built to score a lot of points.
Nope.
They're built to control the clock, get in the 20s, and win the game based off that. That's what they're really built to do. They're built to play with the lead. So you have Atlanta out there who could score and play defense, and then you have the Packers who can at least score that would give them some problems, And so Dak's not built to score a lot. If you're down by one possession, I think Dak's got enough talent to where he can, come back and lead him back to tie it up or take the lead on one possession. But if you're getting down by 10 plus points, just like anybody, they would have struggles and their defense would have struggles. So, I'm going to go with them for now. But obviously things could change, but just based on the NFC, I give them, I just think it's so hard to get back there. That's why I don't want to choose Atlanta just to get back there.
Right, and I think you bring up a good point. It's defense, and Dallas especially, especially with how you stated, which is very correct in my eyes, as far as how their offense is built. It's not built to be explosive. It's built to be put in the 20s, to be conservative, if you will, to where they don't turn the ball over. And look at what so their defense, they played the Giants so far this year, and they have played the Broncos. They gave up 30 plus points against the Broncos. The Giants, I'm not even going to count that just because Eli Manning and them, even with Beckham there, I don't think they would have done much. They've been lethargic, especially against the Lions. And then on the flip side, if you look at the Green Bay Packers as well, here I was thinking, they have a really good defense after beating Seattle, but look at what Seattle did in their second game, and they didn't even put up a touchdown against the Niners, and then, they played the Falcons obviously, and they gave up a bunch of points. So I feel like in the NFC, defense is hard to come by this year, so I guess we'll see. Maybe it's just a question of who can be good enough and maybe cause some turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's still wide open, obviously, still right now. But, based on what I've seen so far, those are the two teams that I'm leaning with. I know I'm not picking the Patriots, but it's kind of for the same reason. It's so hard to get back to the Super Bowl multiple years in a row. That's just kind of why I tend to lean against those teams. So, with that being said, guys, thanks a lot for joining us on another episode of the Sports Trigger, and until next time.